Being a high school senior with no scholarships, devastating to say the least, especially when you see all your teammates getting letters left and right. No D1 school wants a 5'8", undersized receiver. All they're going to say is, need to play defensive back. Even my high school coach, who's moving on to Pensacola, won't offer me. Well, with that being said, I was out for blood my senior year. And you know what they always say? Film don't lie. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the Cocoa Beach Rockets Dynasty here on NCAA 09 on the Ps2. Now, I have been so excited to start this series, and it's been long in the works. Now, even a month ago, I posted in the community tab for you guys to submit your recruits, and a lot of you guys are either on our team or will be on a rival team, but we will see who our rival is in a couple of episodes. Now, in NCAA football on PS2, you have the option to do some preseason drills every single season, I believe starting in NCAA 08. And with that being said, we will skip those drills here to start this season. Next year, we will do those drills. But for now, we're just going to start out with the default cupcake roster with you guys on it. So let's just get to the roster. Let's introduce you to the quarterbacks. Caesar Winston is probably the most polished quarterback. He can throw the ball the best out of the pocket, but only 48 speed. Bernardo Takahashi is very, very good. He's a mobile quarterback, but the accuracy is definitely bad. And then there's Rondrell Bamaye, who is the strongest armed quarterback on the roster, but his accuracy isn't great, but he's also just a freshman, so he actually has the most years to develop. Now at running back, we have Wilson Caesar Jr. Remember that name. He is just a true freshman. He is one of the best players on this squad, and we will see more of his story coming up in a few episodes. Now, his backup running back is Ryan Drackett, who is a senior, and then Demetrius Warren, who is our third string running back. And honestly, on these old games, a lot of guys get rotated in, especially during blowouts or when players get fatigued. You're going to see a lot of these guys play. So if you see your guy on the squad and he may be fifth or sixth string, he's going to get in. Don't worry about it. Now at receiver, we have Angelo West, who we saw in the beginning of this episode. He is our best receiver as a true freshman. 99 acceleration, decent catching as well. He's going to be pretty good. He is the fastest receiver on the squad. Josh Joyner is more of the go up and get it type of receiver. 6'4". He's got good jumping and decent hands to go along with it. He's our strongest receiver as well, so there's a chance that he could even play some tight end if we really needed him to. Perry Thompson and Avery White are pretty much the same mold. They are two kind of shifty guys, and they will play in the slot a lot, and West will also play in the slot, so watch out for him. Keandre McClanahan is going to get playing time, but he's only just a senior, so you only get to see him for 1 year. But Justin Ebegblem is going to be a guy that we develop. He's a freshman, 6'4", but very, very raw. You can see he's only 44 overall, our lowest rated receiver. Now, tight end gets a little hairy because we have different styles here. Riker West can't run, can't catch, but he can block extremely well. He is our best blocker as a tight end. He also can kick a little bit. You saw the kick power at 70, so if our kicker goes down, I guess he's our number one kicker to back him up. Andrew Hilliard is decent. He has the best hands, but he's not the most athletic. Harry Fitzgerald is there, kind of the same mode as Hilliard. But then there's Christian Smoke, who is the most athletic tight end, 65 speed, way better than 56 and 52 of the other tight ends that are ahead of him. So we'll have to see how that shapes up. It's going to be a very tough season. Cupcake builds are extremely hard in this game, and we're playing on Heisman. And the sliders are also in the description. So if you want to check those out, there's an explanation on the video. Another YouTuber that I really have been enjoying lately, he does a lot of the slider sets as well. So I want you guys to go check him out if you guys are thinking about playing this game. Now, offensive line is also pretty bad. I mean, to be honest, right now, we have a lot of work to do as far as developing guys and recruiting. And the good thing about this game is that you do have training. So not only do you have just the off-season progression and even mid-season progression, you also have the training drills in the off-season, which we won't highlight right now, but you do get to kind of develop your guys further than just the normal training. So looking at defensive end, I'm not really sure how good we will do. Akinola is pretty good. He's our highest rated overall left end or right end, and he's our most athletic as well. But watch out for Trevor Goldenberg, only just a senior, so you only get to play with him 1 year. There's also Dupre, who's going to play quite a bit, and then Daniel Yates is a sophomore. So at least we have one young guy to develop. Now, our best tackler on the defensive line is Jacob Mitchell. He is our highest rated too at 52 overall, decent speed and good awareness. But the guy I'm really looking forward to is Jamal Charles. He is a sophomore, 6'4", 392 pounds. He is our strongest defensive lineman. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does, because I think that, if we develop him a little bit more, he's going to be pretty good in the middle of our defense. Now, we will be playing a 4-3 to start it out, and everything is subject to change. I mean, this game is very hard, which you will see in this season 1. It's going to be very difficult, and we'll just see how this defensive line develops. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. Now, outside linebackers, we have Ryan Walker, the senior. He is the starter, and I honestly don't see him losing the job at all, because the guys behind him are not impressive at all. The same tackle rating, but not athletic at all. And you need athleticism on defense, because offensive players in this game are very fast and very quick. So if you don't have speed on defense, you're going to be in trouble. There's a couple other guys like Klump and Tylan Falls. They will have to really show me something in order to get playing time. Now, the middle of our defense is led by Vincent Showcross, the sophomore, probably who's going to have the best season out of any defender, because he has the best tackle rating, and he's also a middle linebacker, so he gets to play right in the middle of the defense, be right in the middle of the action. And then Justin Nighthawk's going to be backing him up. I am going to see both of them develop pretty nicely. The issue with Nighthawk, 56 speed. I mean, that's just not going to get it done. He's also, 14 points lower in overall than Showcross is. I think he's got some work to do. Now, cornerback, we have a couple of guys here. Trayvon Scott is a junior. We will have to probably recruit for a replacement pretty soon. I'm not really sure if any of these guys are going to be good, but right now, Trayvon Scott is our best cornerback. He's also our fastest cornerback with 76 speed. Jameer Dewberry is interesting. He is a junior, 6 foot, and he's got good size, I mean, to be honest, but that athleticism is really bad. 74 acceleration, 70 speed. This is going to be tough. Richard Dollar is a true freshman. He was one of the best freshmen, or I guess high school seniors last season, and we recruited him. He's going to still need to develop, though. We'll see how he does. Then we have Walton, Hodge, and McCrimmon, who are backing those guys up. Like I said, everybody's going to get a chance to really play. Taylor Jett is the starter at free safety. He is a sophomore, so he will be around for quite a bit. Griggs will be backing him up. He is the best tackling safety on the team, though, Jett is. So we'll see how these guys do. Awareness at 59, I definitely want to get that up. And then Phoenix Frazier the second. That name should sound familiar to you. He is a senior. And then Max Bellotti is backing him up. So we have a lot of seniors that we do need to replace in recruiting. We won't highlight that in this episode, but we will highlight that in a few. Keaton Holt is a junior kicker. He's actually not too bad. 80 kick power, which isn't horrible. And then we have TNJ. Not even the coach. It's just a submission recruit. And now let's get into the spring game. One thing I love about these games is that you do play a spring game in the offseason. You do get to check out your team every single season after recruiting and after all that. So we will hop into the spring game right away. Let's just check out the teams. So starting out, we will have the first team offense against the first team defense. So let's see how that works out. Here is Caesar Winston at quarterback. He throws to the right side, and he has got Joyner for the first catch of the spring. That goes for a gain of 6 yards. So Winston under center now, second down, throw across the middle, and it is dropped by Harry Fitzgerald, the tight end. We're definitely going to need to use tight end quite a bit as we hand off that time to Wilson Caesar Jr., and he will get stopped. As we do go for it on fourth downs here in the spring game, obviously no punting. And here's Winston, he throws, and across the middle, he's going to miss the freshman Christian Smoke. And that one does give 3 points to the defense. They get a stop. So we continue on the next drive. Here's a throw to left side, and that is caught by Josh Joyner, 6'4". He's going to be a guy that I'm going to throw the ball high point to, and he's going to have to go up and get it. So Winston with the first down throw to the right side. He's got Perry Thompson down the right sideline, and that's about a gain of 14. I really like what I see from Perry Thompson early on. I saw a couple routes that he was running on the last drive, and he really is pretty sharp. He and White are going to be guys that we can really develop as those kind of slot guys. So here is West down the sideline, and Angelo West makes one man miss, gets to the 23-yard line, and that's going to be his bread and butter. He is ultra quick with the ball. We will have to get him the rock quite a bit. Only 5'8" though. And now here we are at about the 23. Handoff, Wilson Caesar up the middle, and that will get him to about the 19-yard line, bringing it to a 2nd and 5. We come out here with 5 wide out there. There is the backup quarterback, Takahashi, in the slot. He will play at receiver. We throw across the middle, and it is knocked away. Good play by Frazier, knocking it out of West's hands. So 4 for 8 to start this spring practice here. Winston, third down, throw across the middle. He's got Avery White, who tries to fall forward, but that will be about a yard short as we bring it to a 4th and inches. Handoff Caesar Jr. He does get some room and gets to the first down. And now we're at about the 10. So play action fake this time. Caesar Winston rolls to the right side, throws across the middle, and it's picked off. That's the backup safety, Max Bellotti, who was in the game. I said that our backups will get playing time quite a bit in this series, and there it is. Max Bellotti, the senior, making a play. West was wide open. We just need to put some air on that ball. So here is Winston now back on another drive. Here's a quick throw, and that is Avery White, who I talked about these two, Perry Thompson and Avery White. They're going to be very, very crucial in the slot. So now here's a throw deep down the right side, and that is intended for Josh Joyner, knocked away. And that was Dewberry on the coverage. So now once again, another throw deep down the left side, and it's going to be caught. That is Angelo West getting involved towards the end of this first half. Remember, we only played 2 halves in the spring game. And now Winston continues this drive. Here's another throw to the right side, and that is going to be off the mark. And that was intended for Perry Thompson, but it looks like there's going to be a flag roughing the passer on Nighthawk, the backup middle linebacker. And this drive continues. So first down, quick throw across the middle. It's going to be West again. He's got it, and he's got it for a gain of 10. As you hurried up to the line here, 5 seconds left here in this first half. Winston moves to the right side, and it's going to be a sack on Richendaler, the true freshman. He gets in and makes a play. And it's going to be 14-8 going into the half-point part of this spring game. And now here comes the second team offense into the game. This is going to be a handoff. This time it's Ryan Drackett in the game. He gets a handoff, and he gets about a gain of 7 yards. So Takahashi now. We are controlling the defense, throwing to the right side. Good play by Phoenix Frazier II. So it's actually the first team offense against the second team defense, and then the second team offense against the first team defense. So now we're controlling the first team defense now as a handoff this time. Drackett, big hole to left side, and he's going to pick up a first down. Drackett looks good early on as they get it to the 36. So 14-10 here in favor of the second team offense. Here's a handoff once again, and that's Drackett again, and he picks up a gain of 4 yards. It looks like their strategy is going to be to run the ball. Another handoff, a big-time hole. Breaking a tackle is Drackett, and he picks up the first down, tackled by Taylor Jett. But that does bring it to a gain of 12 as a penalty moves it back now to the 45. Quick throw across the middle. It's Vincent Showcross. Interception by the sophomore captain. In the middle of the defense, he's going to need to make those plays in the actual game. Nice play that time. And now they have to reset their drive as now they're back to their own 20-yard line. Here's a deep shot this time. Takahashi looking for Avery White, and he's got it deep down the field. Takahashi, the backup quarterback, looks comfortable throwing the ball outside the pocket. There's another throw to the right side, and that one is intended for Christian Smoke. So now 3rd down. Play action, fake the drag it. Takahashi moves to the right side. Takahashi throws to the right side, and it's going to be caught. Perry Thompson playing with the second team offense right there. He picks up a gain of 26. So Takahashi looks good on this drive. Here's a throw to the right side, picked off. That's Jameer Dewberry on the interception. Great play on that one. Looks like he just baited the quarterback on that one. Went to the inside with the slot and just jumped back out and got the interception. So now on the next drive, this drive does reset. Here's Takahashi, and that's going to be kind of the bread and butter of his game. He is not a pocket passer like Caesar Winston is. He's going to be more of that mobile type. As here's a handoff, and Drackett puts it on the ground, but the gray team, second team offense does pick it up. So here's a handoff to Williams, the fullback. This is the backup fullback into the game. He picks up 11 yards. Watch out for him. He is 6'7". He's got a whole lot of potential, but we'll see. I mean, fullbacks, I don't know how much we'll use that here in this series. There's another one. Fullback dive up the middle. Now inside the 5. The second team offense is threatening to score. Under 1 minute left. Here's a handoff. This time it's Drackett again. Tackled in the backfield by Jamal Charles, the strongest defensive lineman on the squad. What a play getting inside and making the stop. And that one does bring it to a 3rd and goal. Maybe one last play left in this scrimmage, and there is a big-time hit. Vincent Showcross. Interception, tackle in the backfield, big-time play by number 50. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do as the captain of this defense. And that one will end the spring game. I do want to play with the second team offense, so we will run it back. But Ryan Drackett in that first spring game of action, he had 60-plus yards rushing. Very, very good looking from him. And looking at our team that we controlled, the first team offense, West had 1 for 27. Perry Thompson looked good. He played on both sides of the offense as well. Avery White played pretty well. Vincent Showcross obviously made that play. Dewberry had a pick. Also, you know, a lot of guys I didn't expect to really show up. Bellotti had that interception. I didn't expect that at all. And I saw some things that I liked so far. So now we will play at least one half with the second team offense. I want to see what it's like to play with Takahashi. And this is the bread and butter of his game. There he is, taking off for about a gain of about 18. And now that brings it to a 3rd and 17 eventually. Here's a deep shot, and that is not what is going to give him some playing time, to be honest. I mean, if he can't make throws, I mean, that wasn't even close. So here's Takahashi back at quarterback, and he throws again. Bellotti, his second interception of this spring. How about that play? He just undercuts Avery White. And how about Bellotti making plays? I did not expect that, the backup free safety. So here's Takahashi now back on the next drive, and there he goes. Down the left sideline. Will he outrun the last defender? And he will. Touchdown, Takahashi. That is just what he's going to do. He's going to be the option quarterback. And watch out, he can also play defense. He is that athletic. He will also line up at receiver. He is going to be a jack of all trades player. Really looking forward to seeing what Takahashi can do on this team. So we do start the next drive now after that long run by Takahashi. Here he is trying to run and throw, but he gets hit and loses about 6 yards on that one, bringing it to a 3rd and 16. Takahashi now from the pocket. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man, and it had to be perfect. Overthrown, and that is just going to be something we got to work on. His accuracy is just not there. So here's a throw to left side, and that is going to be tipped. Nice play by the freshman Richendaler. He will play in the nickel for sure in that slot position, and he makes the play. Almost had a pick right there. And that one will conclude the spring. I wanted to see what both sides of the ball can do, And here is our schedule heading into season 1. We will start out by playing Alabama State. I want a game where it's not a great team. It's not a bad team. It's just an FCS team. I like that we can play FCS teams. I'm looking forward to that. Then we go on the road to play Clemson, number 11 in the nation. Trevor Lawrence is on that team. And then we play our rival Pensacola in our first conference game. We will be in the Conference USA. Then we play the Whitetails. They are in this dynasty as well. Then we play Houston at home. Then we also play Columbia. So I like to play these FCS teams as basically games that we can kind of warm up on. And who knows? I mean, this team is bad. We might get blown out by them. Then we'll just round out the season playing against UCF, Marshall, and the rest of those boys in the Conference USA. And I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to do it here in episode 1. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit that like button if you're ready for more of this series. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but love, keep it a buck, I don't. Always been one up on all of these. They be